Hi, everyone. Okay, so before I start, let me just kind of have a little disclaimer in that we're actually right now in the middle of basically changing the entire thing. So I'm going to blaze through the current platform that's there just to kind of show you more like what we've been doing. But then I'll go on to some wireframes that are really rough kind of plans for what we plan to do with it. So basically, Friends of Friends Travel, the idea is that we connect people, we connect you to your friends and their friends, and you're allowed to offer travel services. So, for example, if you're traveling to New York, you're going to ask your friendship network over Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and say, does anyone know anyone in New York who can show me around or put me up for the night or whatever? The idea is to make that easier and faster, so you can immediately see where your opportunities are. So when you log into the platform at the moment, you're kind of got all this crazy stuff going on, and the first thing I'll point out is the what's on your mind, which is the broadcast, and that's kind of the main way that people have been using it so far, which is to send out a broadcast to your entire network. For example, like this person here said, is anyone in Toronto I could do with some friends, right? So she's a bit lonely, you know. But anyway, well, that's the thing. Anyway, that's the main way people have been using it at the moment, and the main way that people have been adding to their network is using these share links to go through social media platforms, which admittedly is kind of clunky and awful. The best part about this current platform is that we've got this big map where you can immediately see where all your opportunities are all over the world. My account's kind of a bit insane because I'm joined with all the public communities and stuff, which mean there's loads of pins there, but when you've got fewer friends, it looks a lot better. And then there's a filter here that allows you to kind of filter out the madness and find the things you're looking for. The other main thing I want to point out on the old bit is that we had these deals where we've partnered with brands like STA Travel and World Nomads and Hostel World and blah, blah, blah. And they offer deals to premium club members that pay £19 a year. We're actually basically thinking about scrapping that model completely in terms of the premium club membership because what we've learned over the last years, people don't want to pay that. Basically, we're looking at doing a web app, but I did it in a phone because the way we conceptualized it was on mobile, because one of the big things we learned is that people are doing things on mobile now, and that's the place where we got to make it optimized for. So, you know, you'd fill out your profile. We've got kind of new services that we're offering, the kind of new service categories, but those haven't been confirmed, but we're thinking things like broader categories than what we had before, which was before we had just a place to stay or coffee or a place to leave your stuff and stuff like that. And now we're looking at broader things like stay in store and rent, buy, learn, work, and see, do, and stuff like that. And then you'd be kind of at a main screen, and this has kind of been up for debate a lot. We're kind of trying to decide the best way to do it. So I've just kind of done a really rough thing where it'd be kind of like a long screen of with the start of saying, I need this service, and then you click on one of the services, or you say, I want to go to, and then a particular city, or you can press a button that says, what can I get, which kind of shows you all the opportunities, which is kind of like that opportunities map that was on the old platform, and then you'd have things like your recent messages and updating where you are at the moment and things like that. When you click on one of these services, you'd then go to a page where kind of all of the people who are offering that service are, or you can click a button. If there's no one in that list that is offering, or you don't want to actually ask any of those people in the list, they look a little dodgy to you or whatever, then you can ask your network and say, I'm looking for this. So you can press that button and do that.
Thank you. Hi. My initial thought is that just from the wireframes, I'm going to kind of skip over the initial bit of your pitch, is you're trying to do quite a lot of things, and for me, that's the problem. Like, I don't quite know what it's really, really good at. I kind of know that it does a lot of things for a lot of different people, maybe, and that I always think is really, like, from the wireframes to the website, it's only going to get more complicated. So if I were you, I'd kind of strip out the wireframes a lot more. And I actually preferred the site before. You know, just something very simple. And then the second thing is the choosing friends. It's kind of like being selective of your friends. If it's friends of friends, it's kind of like, doesn't make much sense. If you choose a few friends, but then it's like this huge like network, isn't the point that it's a bit broader? You're going to need that size of network to get this to like take off, so to speak.
Well, really, the point of selecting friends is that it needs to be people that you know and that you trust. And a lot of people will add people on Facebook that they don't know that well. And the point is when you add a friend to this, you're not just adding it to your network, you're adding it to all your friends' networks as well. So if you've got someone that you don't know that well on Facebook and then you're essentially recommending them to the rest of your friends, it's like you're kind of decreasing the inherent security of your network.
There's quite a lot of steps, is what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to get into the network, so to speak.
Yeah. And I think we will be looking to simplify everything down. I'm guilty of always making things a lot more complicated, and then our co-founder, who's actually living in Hong Kong, she's very good at simplifying things down.
Guys, please give it up to Daljit and Oscar with Friends of Friends Travel.